There's a whole presentation, particularly in Kashmir Shaivism, which I'm familiar with. It is explained as an unfolding from Parashiva, and everything in the universe unfolds in various forms of Shakti, basically, which is called in us as individuals Kundalini energy. But as you know, there's a veiling force. But a veil is one of the 5 aspects of reality. There is creation, there's maintenance, there's dissolution. Those are the 3 major things that are happening all the time. We are born, we live a while, we die. Everything is like that. Short, tiny to almost infinite, So, but there are 2 more, and one of those 2 last ones is veiling. The veiling effect, consciousness curtails itself. It's almost like a game, that's being played. And so, fortunately, there's a 5th element, which is the revelation or grace. We can recognize this source that we come from. And you've had glimpses of it in the program here and on other occasions, I'm sure. So basically what we are trying to do, we are sitting in this physical body with all of these different levels of reality in us. We have tensions, we have a history, we have karmic things that are stuck in our system from growing up and even from before we're born. So there's a lot to clean up, there's a lot to go through to get back to even having a glimpse of the self, or to have the grace that is natural. It's always waiting for us, but most people are very busy with the noise of everyday life. Lots of stuff is happening in the brain usually, and worries and all of that. And that takes a lot of energy. So the practice is very simply, turning inside and going through those different levels of veiling effect and finding an experience that is free of those. And then we are ready to receive the grace. And a number of you have had that experience. And then the rest of it is to work to deepen it and maintain it and immerse ourselves in that. So we can have more and more glimpses of the source at the core of our being. And some of this noise stops bothering us. It becomes tired of trying. If we have a tendency to be lost in this illusion or that illusion or that expectation, we're chasing after everything under the sun and we're clinging to things and not able to let go, of course then it's going to be very difficult for this grace to manifest inside of us. When you're full of your ego, you're full. So, we have to let go of that. It doesn't mean that we have to destroy it. There's nothing wrong with ego or identity. We need it to function. But there's something wrong with it when it's the master and we are not. So we need to get to the point where we can let go deeply enough that the ego doesn't control us. I think Nisargadatta, you're familiar with him, said it very nicely. You don't have to burn your house down to go outside. And many people think that you have to destroy your identity to be free. But this is not real freedom, it's kind of an illusion. Then you're not really mastering it, you're giving up your humanity. This is my opinion after many years of practicing. And as Nisargadatta says, it's very possible to find a door out and just go outside, just go into the freedom. And when you need to go back into your identity, yeah, you do that. But having been outside, isn't it like that right now? I mean, I still have the feeling of the sun on me. So the outside carries into this semi-dark room. But isn't that true? When you've been outside, when you've taken a walk, when you've really been experiencing, enjoying nature, when we go out and we experience the outside, it refreshes us, it nourishes us, and it carries on into the inside experience. So when we use these doorways in us, chakras are like doorways into that deeper recognition of the self with a big S, or the source of our being. So when we go through those doors and we feel suddenly, oh God, I just am. I'm free of all these thoughts, and I'm free of all these desires and all of this running around. You don't have the illusion that they're all gone once and for all, but you are free of them in that moment. Again, with the analogy of going outside, you're a little bit freer of your worries when you are out in the sun, aren't you? And when you're stuck in solitary confinement in a dark room, for example. So this is what we are consciously doing. We are using the practice to find the doorways into that deeper state. And in that deeper state, there's more silence, there's just an open sense of space, there's a very fine, powerful energy vibrating there.